Hello, I am Adalberto Cervantes Rodriguez. I am the creator of the ERP technology and the business database technology that is used only worldwide by SAP and Oracle, companies that install my technology, as well as a lot of partners, a lot of small Indian origin IT companies, small ones, mainly registered at Texas, as part of this accounting and fiscal fraud to destroy the United States by the Bush, and almost all the clients. As I told you before in previous programs, the data and the processes, among others situations, are totally incorrect in those systems, mainly because they didn't use industrial engineering and science and technology than we used to have 20 years ago before 9/11. So something happened and we forget about improving the processes, improve the productivity, the efficiency, the effectiveness, among others in the processes. So these Indian origin companies are coming without any idea, any clue of what they are really doing, and they are selling us a black box in which the processes are not changing and the data is incorrect, while our data is sent to India, like the social security number, like medical records, among others, personal data, that is totally correct. So they have the correct data while we're keeping us with this incorrect data. This is not a coincidence. It's well planned for a long time ago. Today we're going to talk about the elections in Mexico and United States, and specifically talk about the polls, the election polls. As I told you before, Mexico is doing a knowledge transfer to United States, and I can tell you previously what is going to happen in United States in the case of Hillary Clinton. The mathematicians in Mexico working in these companies that are doing the polls, are doing the survey studies to find out how we're going to vote are totally incorrect. I think that even they are killing some of them because there's no any apply of science and technology. So it seems that some universities like UNAM, and there's another one in the state of Mexico related with the education of these Christian illuminati politicians, are working to create something like a Disneyland data fantasies. Okay, so this is totally breaking my technology, because my technology is integrated totally with the CRM. So the CRM is to make these marketing strategies for the elections, to find out even individually what are the expectations of each one of the citizens, so they can make their vote for a particular political party. But it doesn't finish only in that. You have to, in fact, you need that the dreams come true. So you have to work with facts, okay, no feelings. And this is what is happening today, okay? So we have only part of the system, but there are no facts. There are only feelings, and the worst part is the people, they don't know really to whom they are voting. So to try to give you a little bit focus in that, we don't need any politician that is a criminal, psychopath, or homosexual. basically because they are using these reptile implants, the elites, to control them as puppets while they are making them homosexuals. That's a fact today. So this data that is coming from the CRM, if they are using CRM, because in other cases they don't even use CRM, that is totally a fraud in that case, okay? So if someone is auditing this company, then I don't think so that nobody is auditing. They are only charging us a lot of money using our tax money to give wrong information, no scientific, no nothing. So right now in Mexico and United States, we have this situation with Margarita Zavala and Hillary Clinton. That isn't that both of them they are working together, because there is a total synchronization. Okay, so in Mexico and United States, they are even using Mexicans to go to make their vote, but without even being registered. So as a U.S. citizen, you can imagine, okay? This is not happens in Mexico, because our system seems to be better, but it's not true. Because using my technology, like a black box, and of course the CRM, we have wrong information and all the processes are statics. So that means that these illuminati cells working in the election frauds can easily identify a lot of situations breaking the laws, and also finding which processes are wrong to make these atypical businesses. So they even can make the people in jail, people that are homeless, to vote in favor of certain political party. So this is the situation. So they have all this detailed information, but they are using it, as I told you before, a black box, but with evil and satanic purposes. So this guy is a pervert, okay, of the systems. So that's why we need industrial engineering to fix all this situation and be really integrated even with the accounting part. It is really important, because we need to know how they are using all this illegal money, even the legal money, and the taxes. I mean, to find out how they are using this money and try to close all the doors related with election frauds. This is not happening in Mexico, and in United States we have better systems, in fact. But the situation is that there are extra money that we are not controlling. Has the Gortaris used to do in Secretaría de Hacienda y Crédito Público, they pay cash money to each of their Jew, Christian, Illuminati employees to do whatever thing they want to do, even to, as I said before, to bankrupt all the Mexican companies that belongs to the citizens. So you can imagine the situation. These guys, they control almost everything, almost, because my technology is going to break all these wrong situations, illegal situations. Even having the opportunity to have a law system based on science and technology. So if you compare both countries, what is the situation? You're going to find that these finance guys, Jew, Christian, Illuminati in Mexico, are giving the knowledge transfer to the United States, to Bernie Sanders, to Hillary Clinton at this time. And they are working together, even with the legal aliens coming from Mexico, with Indians, illegal aliens. So they are working in IT at the same time, and mainly, I have been explaining, in previous programs. So all these fantasies of data are totally wrong. I hope that they are expertises that are able to audit in these systems, because they are lying to us in the media, in the U.S. media and Mexican media. in the case of Mexico, they pass this information to Latin America. So right now in Latin America, they're receiving also the wrong media, while in the US they control, I think, worldwide these lies to all the people. But we have to understand that this is part of the corporate government that is right now working. So it's not anymore a fantasy or no. The state government is working at this time and is basically touching all the situation of the elections. But as I tell you before, my technology is really working as I designed it. This will be really impossible to do, but right now they are using my technology in a wrong way. They have the incorrect data, and basically the CRM is not working well. Okay, if they don't have my system, my ERP technology, and they don't have the CRM, I can tell you that it's totally a fraud. So the mathematicians are not working well. As I told you before, my technology is integrated the math, physics and chemistry, social sciences, engineering sciences, and we can identify even in the informatics or systems or electronic hardware and software then is not working fine. And basically in the computer area they are changing the data. So even then we have the paper that can demonstrate that someone did a vote or whatever, when you get in this bots to the computer system, this data is totally incorrect because there are some guys who are changing. I find out, for example, that Carlos Bilbao, an SAP manager, also an ex IBM manager, by coincidence, because they stole my technology. He helped Salinas de Gortari to be president while he was working for the IBM company. So Salinas de Gortari arrived to his job area, office, with a military, and forced him to do whatever he wants about the fraudulent elections in Mexico when Gortari won. Okay, so I present all these reports to the legal authorities in Mexico, and they didn't do anything. But in fact, this is happening. So this is the way that they are working right now, as it is happening in the case of Hillary Clinton versus Bernie Sanders. Okay, so they have the military behind, and they can kill anybody that is disappointed or doesn't agree with the results. Okay, so this Carlos Bilbao was a Spanish guy, and he was not really a Mexican. He has the Mexican chip, but as well the European citizenship. So he was easily convinced, and that's why they are using all this Christian Illuminati in the opposite position of all the corporates and government to control all the citizens. And the election is a fundamental part. I mean, to have the power is really important for these elites. After Carlos Bilbao, before even the rollout of Oracle in Pemex, and after SAP, so he was rewarded, giving him an SAP position. So you can imagine. So after Salinas de Gortari won, he gave him a reward to be an SAP manager as well. So they track in all his career. Okay, since then, has me when I start creating the ERP technology and the business database technology. Okay, so all this data of the elections, it's totally a fantasy. It's a totally fraudulent. I can assure you that, as the creator of the ERP technology, because the CRM is not integrated well to my system to make sure that all the data is correct. Okay, and we can review effectively than the business processes in the election are done correctly, and the accounting is done correctly as well. So it has to match everything. But this is not done today because this elite, they want to hide all the fraudulent activity that they are doing. Okay, as part of the farm, the Illuminati farm. As I told you before, this Illuminati farm has a lot of computer centers in the territory to control the people, kill the people, and torture the people. So you can imagine. So we have these computer centers control all that, and that's why they are using implants, nanotechnology, MK Ultra, and other devices against the people, and the people doesn't know what's going on. Okay, we start 2 years ago knowing all the situations about this illegal use of technology. Okay, but anyway, I think that that's the most important issues. So Mexico and US are working in a synchronized way right now. I think maybe trying to reduce the cost because it costs a lot of money each election. Okay, according with the way that the Illuminatis are working. The only way to break that is that a lot of people are not willing to vote to a political party that belongs to this elite, and because in other way it will cost so much money that they cannot afford, even with the dirt and riches families helping them. Okay, so it is important that you know that. So the data, the mathematical analysis of the data, you need to make sure that there is independence between the data, okay, and many other things. Then in this program I'm not going to talk. But if it is a real mathematician, it is a real industrial engineering working in having that data and those processes, they will tell you that the data is totally incorrect. So we need auditing these companies because they are not using science and technology. They are using this secret Babylonian knowledge that is totally incorrect. So, but my system can disclose all the correct data. It is used correctly. So I think that for today is enough. Thank you very much for listening. I hope that you like this program. God bless you.